Hello, I'm Dan Wilson, volunteer hunter ed instructor with Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources. And today we're going to make something that helps with preserving and conserving our natural resource, and that is a bat box or a bat house. All I've gotten is this plank. It's a cedar plank from Lowe's. I'm going to start with a small one, maybe make a bigger one later. It looks like it is a 6x8, I believe. Yeah, a 6x8 plank. I think it was $33 in that area. Wood's kind of gone up, especially stuff like this. It's a specialty wood. It smells really good. One side of it is sanded and one side of it is rough. And the rough side is what you're going to want to use for the inside of your bat box so the bats can cling to it. And I see, if you can see right here, see how rough this is right here. We probably won't have to roughen that up anymore. So we'll try to use this as the inside, one of the inside parts of the bat box. I'm not using any plans. I'm just pulling this out of thin air. And there are a few things that I've seen where other people, I've researched it a little bit on YouTube, where other people have made bat boxes, some dimensions. The main dimension that you need to get right is that the indoor and the out, like the in and out, is no bigger than 3/4 of an inch. That's so bats can get in, but it also keeps stuff like squirrels and their predators out. So we're gonna make our first cut. Looks like, I think we'll start this off at 20 inches. So if you're ever using power tools, especially like a saw, if you've never used one before, they can be pretty tricky. These are kind of, it's not a beginner saw. It's heavy and it's kind of complicated. When it starts up, it kind of twists, as you'll see. Just be careful with them. The main thing that you need to do first off, if I can give you any tips on power saw safety, is before you ever think about touching the blade, unplug it. What you want to do too, if you're using a power saw, you don't have to have a power saw. This just saves a lot of time. You want to take and set your depth so it's just deep enough to cut through the wood. As you can see, there's a lot sticking down there. So we're going to raise this up. To about right there. We're going to plug it back in and we're going to make a cut. This saw is called a worm drive. It's a little bit different than the ones that you're used to seeing. A lot of times people have what's called a sidewinder. But the good thing about a worm drive is you can see where your cut is being made. I'm using this, it's called a square. I'm using it as a fence so I get a good square cut. Lining my saw up with my line. And here we go. So this is going to be the back. This is going to be I'm going to drill some holes through here. This is going to be the top. This is going to be the bottom, or their landing ramp. And this is going to be the chamber, if you will. Like I said, it's not going to be a big one. I'm going to start small and then work my way up. Okay, picking up where we left off, we had to adjust a few things, but that's part of the process. These spots here are going to be the sides of the chamber. They should measure right at 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches. Rule is measure twice, cut once. Now you notice this right here is 1 3/8 inches. That's because you gotta, if you're gonna make this cut, you have to make this 1/8 of an inch wider because the width of the saw blade is going to remove some material. So we're going to fasten this down to the sawhorse so it doesn't buck up on me. And take your time with the cuts. It's not a race. Now you notice I went a little bit past it. That's so when we cut this off here, it should be just about square. So I might have to go a little bit deeper. We'll see what happens. So right now we're starting to see the basic shape. Right here's the back. Right here's going to be the sides. I'm going to cut them to length. And then this part here will be the rest of it. Okay, in this step right here, we're going to drill some holes so we can mount the sides to the back. And basically what this is here, I don't know exactly what size drill bit this is, but it's a little bit bigger than the threads on the screws that I'm using, because I don't want this to bond. I don't want the screw necessarily to bond to this. As you can see, cedar drills out very easily. Doesn't have to be perfect, but 3 screw holes down through there, making sure it went all the way through, everything looks good there. That'll be pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a countersink bit, and then I'm going to open these up just a little bit. And then I'm going to take the screw, stick it through there to see how much I have. It's going to be biting into the back. Basically, that's what we got driving in there. That should be plenty. Maybe I'll do it a little bit deeper. That'll be plenty. Let's drive on with it. And then what we're going to do to start the boxing in portion, we're going to take and we're going to set them right on this line. You got to be careful with these impact drills. Oop, wait, just about messed up there. Well, this one will be on this side, right? That'll work. Okay. Gotta be careful with these impact drills because cedar's soft and it won't take much to strip it out there. So, right there, it's bit, it's grabbed, it's in there. Like I said, with an impact driver, it doesn't take much to strip it out. So, especially since I don't have that much. Right there, that one started to, but I think it'll stay. All right. So there's the first part of it. And then we're going to take our next piece and we're going to make the front of it. Okay, we've got most of our parts cut. This is our little 3/4 door, 3/4 inch spacer to keep other animals out. And dawned on me that you should probably use a screwdriver instead of a impact driver, because when this screw head starts to bottom out, it won't take much to split this piece out. So I'm just going to put them in with a screwdriver to set them in there nice and gently. And like I said, cedar doesn't take much to split, and it also doesn't take much to bite, so you don't have to put a lot of effort in it. We haven't mounted these yet, but here's the roof, here's the front, and it fits together something like that. And we're going to drill some holes here at the top and drill some holes in countersink here at the bottom for our mounting screws, so that they'll have plenty of room to bite into what we're putting it in. And we're probably going to put it on the back side of the shed. Okay, now that we're just about done here, as you can see, right here are our final pieces. Here's the inside. Right here at the top, I've drilled 2 holes for me to mount it to our building. Here's the 2 holes that are countersunk down there at the bottom on the landing pad that'll help the bats have something to land onto. And it's just gonna go up here like this. It doesn't have to be tight. All the research that I've done on it has said that if you have a little bit of air gap up at the top and maybe some at the sides, it's probably a little bit better so that they can get some airflow in there. So this will naturally flow up down through here and out through the top.